Restart. I'm Matt Mitchell from Northwest Indian Mixtape. I'm here with Josh Andrews. He's a pretty decent solo artist, if I do say so myself. He's just going to tell us a little bit about himself, and then we'll get to the questions.
Hi guys, I'm Josh Andrews. I'm 17 years old. I go to a high school called Crown Point High School, and I play guitar and I sing. And I'm also in another band called Indie Kids. Check them out. I've been playing guitar for about 5.5 years, and music's always, it's always been my passion. You know what I mean? Like when growing up, I got into this band called, well, U2. I got into them like when I was 3 years old, and then music just kind of drifted away from my life for about 8 years because of video games. We all went through that phase. But after that, my dad's in a band, so it kind of inspired me. Oh, sorry. And sometimes we get together and we jam, and we do all these things, and it just kind of was like, I need to just start taking this a little more seriously. And I started playing guitar. I took lessons for about 2.5 years, and I dropped it, and I taught the rest to myself. And I've been playing since then.
Sound pretty good out there. So, do you write a lot of your own stuff? I mean, I saw some covers out there, but I also saw some pretty original stuff out there that I've never really heard that sound. I mean, it seems like this whole area actually has its own vibe, its own sound to it. And so how do you write your music, and how does the area sound affect your sound?
I write really well. When I write, nobody does this, I feel like, but I write lyrics first. I have to. I can't write the music first, and I just it's really difficult, like the process sometimes, but I end up writing anyway. And sometimes there's a lot of songs I throw out that I don't like, but I keep writing, I keep doing it, and it just sometimes they turn out pretty well. And I did play a lot of covers tonight, but I have a lot of originals that I could have played, but I didn't play. But that's okay. And I really enjoy writing music. That's my favorite thing to do, and it's what I live for.
Yeah. So, besides writing your own music, I know you're in Indie Kids and Nuisance previously. So, unfortunately, you guys recently departed ways. But would you like to share that story, or?
Me and Matt hate each other. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. No. See, it got to the point where it was like we didn't know where to go with, Nuisance anymore. I mean, it was going well for a little while, and then later on, it was just like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? And it was just hard to do anymore. I mean, we have so much stuff going on right now. I've also got Indie Kids that I do, and it's it was tough. You know what I mean? It wasn't easy for a while, and it was and it was getting a little too much at times. But I mean, hey, I can't say I regret being a Nuisance because I had a lot of fun and I met a lot of people. So I don't know, I just really enjoyed it, but it had to happen. So,
So, where do you plan on taking your music career from here? Indie Kids, obviously, gonna stay there probably, right? So, yeah. Anything else solo though? You gonna try and record something solo, write new material? Also, what do you do with your new material? Do you immediately submit it to Indie Kids now, or do you keep that for yourself and bring it up later?
I do both. I do my stuff, and then I do Indie Kids, and then for Indie Kids though, I usually just write the punkier kind of stuff, whatever. And then softer stuff, solo stuff. Well, obviously, I mean, I'll just do for me, and I'll do a little of both. And I plan, I enjoy being a solo artist. It really gives me time to express my creativity and the freedom that I have being an artist. It really, it's me doing it, and it's just my heart and soul put into the song, and it all has meaning, you know. And you know, on down the line, I want to do something with my solo work. You know, Indie Kids, I definitely want to do something with, and you know, but my solo work, I love. You know, I love doing that to death. So.
So who influenced your solo work besides U2? Because 3 really is a very young age for U2. I mean, that's some really deep stuff for one, and then also I don't see many 3-year-olds dancing to like Bloody Sunday. So um besides U2 and U2 I guess included, how did other musicians influence you to become like, I don't know, what you are now, I guess?
Well, funny story on U2 is they have an album called The Joshua Tree. Man, that was my first album ever. Like, that was mine, you know, when I was 3. And it was, yeah, you know, but it was, you know, definitely my favorite. Like, you know, I kind of liked it at the beginning because it said, oh, Joshua Tree. Oh, that's my name, you know, whatever. Yeah, you know, 3-year-old thing. But, and then I started listening, and I was like, I like this, you know, I like this a lot. My dad liked it a lot, too. So, they were a huge influence. And then growing up, I was in about 4th grade, I'd say. I started getting in this band, and everybody knows them, called Green Day. And I love Green Day. I love them to death. I mean, Billy Joe Armstrong, even he pulls some stupid stunts, like recently, but, you know, I mean, you gotta love the guy. He's a great musician, and he's really talented. He's a great songwriter. I mean, people bag on him all the time, but I don't really think, you know, I think he doesn't get enough credit. I think he needs more credit, honestly. You know, but whatever, you know. And I think Foo Fighters, like brand new, even a lot of pop punk lately has been really, you know, influencing me. So.
Like you said, Green Day and their punk, they started in '84, I think, and then a lot of pop punk stuff, and that's ironically, as big as it is, it's still really like subculture. So like, how is your music kind of subculture? Do you find difficulty being like, hey, listen to this? Do people like the more poppy sound, or like, how receptive is your audience to that? Like, is it easy? Kinda, like, if that makes sense.
It depends on the crowd, I guess. I mean, I just write to write, you know, but I want to please the crowd, but I just write what I feel, you know what I mean? And I write my feelings, and I write and I put it all into the music. And I mean, some people are like, yeah, but there are a lot of people that do enjoy it, and I'm glad that they enjoy it, you know what I mean? I mean, that's what I'm here for. So, you know, and I mean, it's not like easy, but, you know, writing songs, and I know not everybody's going to like an artist, but I think, you know, I think a lot of like people I know do like the music that I write, and I'm eternally grateful for that. So,
So one more question. Um, if you could meet one musician from any era and have a conversation/jam session with them, who would that be?
hands down, Jesse Lacey from Brand New. He's just, you know, you would not expect that, but he's my favorite musician of all time, and he writes the best songs, and just the lyrics are so great, and they're deep. You know, back in the early days when he started writing songs about his ex-girlfriends, like, you know, bitch, I hate you, you know, I mean, even those were cool, and, you know, but even later, like, he started writing serious songs, and they sound just as good, you know, and I have deep respect for that, so I think, you know, definitely Jesse Lacey, especially to jam with. I think, you know, it'd be cool to write with him too. You know, it'd be awesome.
Okay, well, I'm Adam Mitchell from Northwest AM Mixtape. I was here with Josh Andrews. Write it down. You can check him out in Indie Kids, or his Facebook page will now be stalked forever. And, alright, see you guys. Wave.